You are now watching Farming with Duffy Ag.
Welcome back to the channel. Previously, we got brake cans for this, and that is what we're going to focus on today. If we get that done and just check out the lights, maybe get the 7520 moved out of there, get it started. It's been cold. It goes back into the snow. He loves it. Hopefully it stops snowing, but it's a little chilly. Ground's frozen underneath. What we got to do is three brake cans need to be replaced, and then one, I believe they just plumbed it wrong. And when I say they plumbed it wrong, I think they put the air lines on. It's a new brake can. We don't have a pin. I have spare pins though. I just thought about that. But alrighty, let's dive into it. I'll show you once we're underneath. I gotta get all my tools out, and we'll see how far we get today before we freeze out. Okay, let's see. We'll open this up. We can work right off the back bench. So, doors, not the best thing. They were using it, well, previous owner of the property was using it for hay, but as you see, it is it's in good shape. Floor's good, roof's good. Yep, door's gonna shut on me. So that way I can get everything I need. We'll set it right on the bed here. There we go. So yeah, I grabbed 3 brake cans from Fleet Pride with clevises, and I do have a 4th. I always have a spare on hand because it's just something you should have, because when they go bad, it's more of a pain to go get one than to just have one kicking around. So they're just 30-30 regular brake chambers. Like I said, put the clevises on them. So we got to cut them down to the right size, and then yeah, just swap them out. Welcome to underneath the box trailer. So if you haven't watched previously what went on with this box trailer, it was free on Marketplace, and honestly, let me show you guys. Here's the brakes. Like, they are mint. Tires are absolutely mint. The one thing, brake cans, this one was put on backwards, I believe, the airlines, and as you see this air tank, it's held up by bungee cords. I added another bungee cord, but it's just broke off on that side, so that's an easy enough air tank to get. But this trailer otherwise is pretty freaking mint. So I did get 3 brake cans previously, because, well, look at that one. You gotta tell me that one's pretty new, but somebody plumbed it wrong compared to that side. So I'm gonna go with it's plumbed wrong over here, which means when you apply the air to release the brakes, it actually engages the brake and pushes it against, which does not work out well. So we got to change the way those airlines run. Then we got to hook everything up. I do have a spare pin. That should be easy enough to go. I just had it zip tied up so the brake didn't sag down and drag at all. That front can up there, that brake locked up, so we caged it and made it the rest of the way home. And I figured 3 brake cans, $176 or something like that, and a couple hours of our time, and we will have a trailer that, actually that brake drum up there is new. See how it's rusted? That color? Or was it grabbing? Oh, it got hot. So maybe, yeah, good we're doing both. It got hot. Or these back ones didn't, so. Alrighty, we're working in God's workshop right now. I will be excited when that changes and I can work in a shop, maybe even on some concrete. That will be something new. But for right now, we're gonna mess with this one, put the pin back in, change the airlines, and then we're gonna do all the brake cans. So I did end up getting this cage bolt socket, which was helpful, very quick. Did get it off Amazon, but yeah, this thing's sweet. I'm really glad. It's one of those deals where sometimes Facebook Marketplace is a nightmare. Sometimes it's like, oh, I made a good deal. And keep in mind, this trailer does have a sliding rear axle. So you can see the pins are all there. And that's the pin going across. So it can move forward or backwards. Well, that didn't go according to plan. I can't find my 1-inch wrench anywhere. I'm using a adjustable. We're gonna round it off. So I'm just gonna go grab a decent socket set or wrench set, and we'll get right back into it. I know I have one. I know I have 3 maybe, but they're all, when everything got loaded in that other box trailer, it's everywhere. And I've spent 20 minutes of my time looking for it. I said I could have already got one and come back. So we'll just get a whole set, and that way we'll keep a whole set together. I had the whole sets, and then when everything hit the fan, it all got dumped into boxes. We only had so many hours we could be there, and it costed me way too much money. But alrighty, we'll just jump over. Probably go to Lowe's because it's right there, and then we'll be back. Do we have everything we want? Probably not. I feel like I forgot something already. But cheap socket set. I miss the good old days of Sears and actual Craftsman tools, not just the Craftsman name. Lifetime warranty. This does say full lifetime warranty. We build pride. But used to be able to go into a Sears and literally we'd heat up wrenches, we'd bend them to be custom tools, bring them back, and they'd exchange them for a brand new one. That might be why they went bankrupt. Not me single-handedly, but they were really good on their tools. Usually if it was a custom tool that we were doing there, we kept it because it was something we made on purpose. But yeah, I miss those good old days. Plus they had every tool selection. The quality's not there with the new stuff. I don't have a knife on me because I'm in bibs. There we go. So all I got was a 20-piece set from 1 inch up to 1 5/16. Let's see what we got. I think it was like $30. They don't look half bad, actually. Don't look half bad at all. I can't wait to organize my life in the shop. That's what we need. 1 inch and 13/16. Those are our wrenches we need. We'll see how the set holds up. That was actually a lot cheaper than I thought. Well, they actually got some weight. They actually look halfway decent. I know somebody's gonna be like, no, you need snap-on tools. Some snap-on stuff I really like, the specialty stuff, custom tools. But regular wrenches, ratchets, Craftsman ratchets I'm a big fan of them, but other than that, no, I'm okay. Let me climb underneath. Okay. Yeah, that end's a little rounded, mostly due to me. Hose is in good shape, but we might have to go get one just because of that. I'm gonna try to get it off some more. But I got the one line swapped and put back. Then we just got this one, and then hopefully this side will work. Seems like we're dragging on quite a bit. See if it holds on to that. Oh, yeah. Okay, it's like a vise, but not really. I think it's grabbing onto it. There we go. Yeah, so it was just twisting around. Is it even moving? Yeah, it is. I think. Yeah, because we got swivel. So that's the important part, because the swivel has to turn in order to connect it all back together. Where have you been? See, he comes prancing around. I'm gonna be happy when he can get back to the days of him just going outside and running around doing anything and everything all day. So, a lot of people have asked details on how many acres, what's going on. The day I close is the day I'll tell you guys that stuff. I know some crop farmers, they say don't ever talk about acres, but people are gonna realize where it is, and you can look up all the facts of what it was and where it is. And it's more acres than I planned on farming. It's like double the acres I wanted to farm in the next 5 years for myself. So things are good. Alrighty, pop this apart, put some tape on everything, get the truck aired up. We'll make sure this one moves, and then the other ones, hopefully they don't fight us as much. Clearly somebody was being a mechanic, but they weren't a mechanic. They just threw parts at this one, and if they just put it going on the right way, we wouldn't have had to spend this time. So I ended up caging this brake just in case, so things wouldn't move around. I don't think it made any difference. But what I mean by caging, cage bolts. So this actually still has the cage bolt in it right here, but I just had a set, so I took it out. So there's a giant spring in here that actually forces pressure towards the back, away from it. I think that's how it works, right? Yeah, it forces that way. So when air fills the chamber, it actually squeezes it up. So you used to be able, back in the day, these were serviceable. So there was a ring, that locking collar, that you could take this apart. They stopped doing that because when people took them apart, that spring explodes and, well, you can kill yourself. So yeah, and I know old timers will tell me, oh, they weren't that bad. You do got to remember, I'm working on a brake because the guy put the airlines on backwards. Not everybody's a good mechanic. So those cage bolts just go in and they pull the actual spring, so there's no pressure against it. So if something went bad, it just releases the brakes. So, and as you see, it gets very freaking hot, but they just lock in. Woo. So we were fighting it drastically. That's why that is bent down, because it had pressure on it on both sides and the spring was applied. So it was fighting a big time. But Adam, thanks for the set of cage bolts, because I did use them on this. I didn't realize there was one there, and I did use it up there. I didn't even look if there was a cage bolt. Usually I leave them on the can. Some people say take them off, the rust and everything else, but when you take them off, throw them in your glove box of the truck, they rattle around enough, and then you say, I'm sick of listening to them rattle around, so you take them out of the truck, and then when you need them, you don't have them. So I have learned to leave them on even with our northeast weather that we got. But alrighty, so this brake should be good. We can adjust the slack adjuster, slip everything back past it. I wonder if he cut that to the right length. Judging he didn't do the airline right, probably not. But let's do that. The slack adjuster actually moves, which is cool. So this piece here adjusts how much slack is actually in the brake shoe against the brake drum. So you can cut these and have them at the right length. And if you need to adjust some as the brakes wear out, as the pads wear out, right here. So it turns the shaft around. Come on, a little more. And it opens up or closes how much distance is generated at that point. Whew, 2 hands. I think we're all the way. There we go. Alrighty. So now, what they didn't have was, they were missing a pin, so I do have an extra pin, and we'll put that pin through, and then that will be good. And as you see now, the brake is extremely opened up when it should be locked right now. So that should, I think you guys can see, I don't know. See right in there, that gap, that should not be like that. There's no air on these brakes, they should be closed. And somebody did, well, a bunch of people did say, oh, you got to adjust it to a quarter inch, eighth inch. I gotta remember, but we'll get them adjusted. I'm hoping we'll put the pin in, we'll push those all the way down, then we'll apply the brake, or we'll air the truck up, open that up, make sure this one moves. That's the plan. Nothing really goes according to plan though, right? New pin, new cotter. Ooh, we're living big now. Hammer. It's hammer time. What are you doing, puppy dog? Come on. What'd they do? Probably bent something along the way, right? There it goes. Just need a little persuasion. Cotter pin in. Bend your cotter pin over. Alright, alright, alright. So now you take your, what is it, 7/16 on this? And turn them in. Let's just explain. I'm going to turn them all the way till they're tight, and then we'll adjust it once it's got air on it.
That thing starts up pretty decent for the weather. No block heater. I'm sure it does have a plug, I think, on the other side, but we haven't got to those cold weather. Once it's gonna live in a garage, hopefully sometime here. We'll see. There is room for it to be inside, so I'm hoping that's the goal. I gotta let it air out. I guess I'll go feed Yanko while we're at it. You want dinner? Your nose is runny. Your nose is runny. I'll feed him some dinner. I'll let it air out. You'll see the alternator issue in the future, but now it's good. So like I said, some of these videos are a little chopped up because of timing and how it's laid out, and I want it to go accordingly so you guys have the general idea. But yeah, once it airs up, that should pull forward. We can adjust that one, make sure everything's good, and then we'll work on the next 3 cans. We'll get one out, we'll cut them all down. They should be all the same, and then we can adjust them. Hopefully they'll come apart easier. That first one fought us, but I did put a hat on when I went in and got the key for that, because yeah, it's getting cold. Should be cold tonight, but tomorrow 45. So I want to get this done so at least I won't be laying in a slushy mess tomorrow. But yeah, 45, and some rain. Then I think good temps again, then some more rain, and maybe another inch of snow or something. So all aired up. Release the truck. So you see it drop some air pressure because it's filling the brake cans. Drop the trailer. And drop some more pressure because while it's filling, there's tanks on the trailer, the 2 tanks, and then the brake cans. So you gotta let it fill all that up, and then it will open everything up. Yeah. Got the little headlamp on now. I got a little one, a big one. Sale's over now, you guys, but there'll be another sale next month, I'm sure of it. Plus Duffy Ag, O-Link. It always hooks you up. I think there's still a code that works for 2023. I'm gonna have to look into that. But best thing best small tool that I got this year was all lights. Like 100% hands down. It just, well, because we're working outside all the time. So, alrighty. Trailer should be good. There it goes. Just released itself. Got a chalk block up on the other side because, oh, you can hear it. Ooh, what's leaking? What is leaking now? Oh. Maybe if I tighten that all the way down, that might help. Huh. Interesting. I thought I did. Well, clearly there's more. Maybe I just did that just enough and I was like, yeah, that's good. There we go. Always check your work. See, you can hear it filling the air tank. So, once it's done filling, it should pull that up. Well, we might have my brother come step on the brakes just so we can watch that. Make sure everything's moving right. I think there was a bunch of acorns and stuff in the wheels, and I think they all came out. It doesn't look like there's much left in them now. If you watch closely, this is moving. So it's filling with air, pulling it back in. Oh. Yep, it's working as it should. We'll let it get all the way aired up, and then we adjust this little bolt on the slack adjuster. And it worked as it should. So you can see it's in, you can see there's a gap down there. I can actually loosen them up a little bit. Oh, the door's blowing around out back. But both sides are released. So you can see that. That looks good actually. So I thought I was gonna change this this one. I gotta see. I think I should, just to be in a good place. But I'm glad that worked. That was, well, it was, they aired it the wrong way, but it did take us quite a while just because, well, yeah, dumb stuff. So, alrighty, brakes look good. We'll adjust them. I guess they put a spring on it at some point. All of this stuff's just surface rust. Otherwise, like, the cross members, everything like that, all look really, really nice. And that's what matters. But this one actually is coming apart really nicely, at least so far. I got the pin out of the back, almost all the way out of the back. We'll loosen up the studs on this. It's nice when you got all the right tools. They're all sitting around your legs. You're not having to climb in and out. So airline's off. I got an extension on the impact. We will zing these back bolts off. Hopefully zing them off. Go the right way. Yep. How much battery we got? Yeah, we should be able to get it. That might be tight. That's not good. Might have to do it without the extension. Extensions take away from the force. They're coming. They were definitely rusted on there pretty good. Woo. Definitely rusted on there. Huh. Okay, so let me show you. So over here,
You got this. Let me make sure you guys can see. You got two studs that stick out. And well, they were on there. So now that it's off, we just gotta pull the rest of the pin out. It was moving. Pair of pliers. I need two hands, but you guys got the general idea, right? I figured. There we go. So from here, hopefully that comes right out of there. It should. And we're out. We got one brake can out. Okay, so you take your brake can and you put your jam nut that goes on the clevis all the way down, because when you cut this off, this is like your re-threader tool. So since usually I cut it off with a cutting wheel on a grinder, I'm not the most accurate thing in the world ever. So slide it down. We want to make it the same length as that one. I'll do this back one, we'll throw it back together, and then we'll take the fronts off together. That way we're not crawling back and forth or messing around. But good we took that off, because well, you can see that stud's bent. It's a little rusty, nothing too bad. The cage bolt's definitely not coming out. Not without a fight. So that, yeah, preventative stuff. I'm getting better at this. I'm not the best, but learn what you gotta fix and what you need to fix. And oh, here comes my brother's buddy with his little Kubota tractor. We might as well watch him go by. Theron. He got this to do driveways. He does landscape too. Freaking thing boogies. So, as you see, we got some snow. Beeped for my brother. So, he's a landscaper too, just like my brother in town. But he does driveways in the winter. My brother does plow for a guy in a Bobcat at development, but I don't think they got any snow down there, so maybe they did, and he's been out already this morning and back. So it varies. A lot of places didn't get much snow. Measured up, we're good. Unthread this so you know the threads are good. Throw your clevis on and just install. It's just that easy. And put your airlines going the right way, because otherwise it's a pain. So usually I work it back and forth a few times, make sure it's finger tight ability, and then we're good. So I backed the brakes off all the way. That way it's easy to actually push it in. Keep in mind, we still have the truck chocked, and the air on the truck is still engaged. Plus this wheel's locked in. So, but we just gotta get our bolts in. And as you see, there's two holes there, but which one? Oh, we're using the bottom over here, so we should switch it down to the bottom. But throw your nuts in, and lock washers and regular washers. Perfect. So we'll just adjust it back down, hook the airlines back up. That way it is. Okay. Alrighty. So the airlines did all swivel out. Dang, I forgot to take the other one out of it. Need a flathead screwdriver, and I need to get that fitting out of that other one, because I left it in there. Thinking. Cotter pin's on, that's tight, brakes are jammed down, air's all in. Yeah, that went together good. So let me sort out what I need, and we'll go up to the front now. Wish this was leveled out a little bit, but you can see I caged this one because this one was the one that was dragging, so it's pulled all the way out. Airlines are all sitting right here nicely, so we'll go ahead and take both airlines off together, take everything off. Yeah, I don't want to say that's easy because we did just fight a bunch of problems. So let me see. That is a handy part of Olites. Magnetic, lightweight. Just slap it on up there and away we go. Well, yeah, if I got these goggles on, we're not doing so hot right now. Oop, better not lose this. Got a fitting here. I got everything except for one bolt out. Dude, these things are hot. Look at these. I'm gonna rock these. Yanko, what do you think about these goggles? You like them or not? They got a little rattle. So, yeah, we got one out. They made a lot of creaking, bad noises and stuff like that. I think they got some broken pieces inside of them. This one, you can see right in there. Well, let me see if I can show you. I guess you guys can't see because I'm walking. Well, right there. You can see right inside there's some pieces of metal coming out. And this nut won't actually come off, so we're gonna have to torch it off, which is really ideal. I cursed myself. I said we were gonna be in a good place, but this might go easy. It's still going easy. Everything came out, all the holes, all the pins. So we just gotta get that one off and then it will be okay. Yeah, this one might have had a little issue. So that is the bottom of the plate. And that's the spring. That's not the deadly spring, but that is the spring that holds some tension down on it. Huh. That's cool. Just pull it apart and I was like, yep, spun right around. So good thing we're changing them all. Yeah, this thing's a little mint. Like, look at this. All coming out. Like I said, there's a spring, but the spring is down in this compartment, not up top here. But you can see it just rotted out sitting there. And that's why that one was spinning. It's not actually attached to anything. And well, gaining. Ready? I'll set you guys back here a little bit. Well, they work. You just gotta get them in there. Okay, we don't have to wire that. So that just hangs down. Nope, still no light here. Which there should be. I'm gonna go with the lights probably just burnt out, or the connection's not even on it. Okay, maybe that's it. Let's see. So I was wondering if it was just the light, and I did go grab, I got a smaller one just to test it. Yep, no bueno, no power there. Also our license plate light, there's no power there, so we're gonna have to do a little bit of digging because we do have marker lights here as to why that is not good in the marker light. But that is for another day. It's getting late enough that, yeah, I do got the box. So we'll power probe some stuff around in here. It's good we got the 3 marker lights. We got all the side lights, except for this back corner now. So that's a big win for us. Okay, so we're aired back up.
I'm gonna do one thing while we're just gonna adjust these. We gotta see what lights are burnt out, but I'm gonna get that started because I'm gonna pull it forward. We're gonna pull this up and hook it to the planter, so that this isn't just sitting here, and then we can figure it out. We gotta pull the planter out of there anyway, so yeah. Let me get in here. We do have to put a new seal on that filter bowl because well, the seal's leaking. It might not be extremely tight, but we never put a new seal. I'm hoping it starts. I'm not an ether kind of person to this. There we go. It's gonna start. I cannot, well, hopefully going forward we don't have to start this in the winter. We might have to plow the driveway and stuff. It will be indoors, so at least it won't be sitting outside all the time. Well, alrighty, let's go figure that out while this warms up a little bit. Hydraulics get good. What are you doing, buddy? You about ready to go in? Should we get you some bibs? No, you enjoy it. Brakes are all good, which is well, that's scanning. You guys couldn't see a damn thing about me. Hold on. Well, Yanko approves the brakes. 75/20 warming up. Whew. Yeah. We just gotta notice what lights don't work. I got great thing about the magnet on the bottom of the GoPro. Picks up all the metal you set it around. So let's just throw the lights on and do a visual inspection of that. Okay. So this bottom works, that top works. This back corner does not work. The plug is there. Our marker lights across don't work either, but that back corner works and this one doesn't. So we're missing. Does that top upright work? Yep. Okay. So I'm wondering if this one's actually unplugged. Since it has some shrubbery growing in it, let's find out. Which way does this go? Right like that. Oh yeah, okay, that works. That works, bud. So here's our check. Truck is released, trailer's still on. Let the clutch out. We're in gear. Does not pull the trailer. Let the brakes air up. Trailer rolls. Okay, that's good. So we'll do it once more because I gave it a little more gas. Yeah, it's definitely locked in there, which is good. So I'm just gonna pull forward enough that the 75/20 can creep back up and hook onto the planter. We gotta go more. I don't want to be in the road. We got the wee-woo lights, we got the blinkers, and it goes back to, because that trailer is all non-LED, the blinkers work. Look at that, looking good. Let me back my work fan up. I've kind of boxed myself in with the second trailer. Once I know everything is good to go, this other trailer next door is just gonna head west. Let me make sure I didn't leave anything on the ground. Yeah, this one will head west, and because I won't be working on anything, but we'll go from not working on anything to working on everything pretty quick. Do gotta love the look of this. Oop, better not walk around in the road. We'll back this bad boy up.
Okay, we're there. That's good.
You know what would have been bad?
If I left my light underneath here forever, I forgot about it, I would be lost tomorrow. Oh, okay, we got it.
Okay. Well, we'll get this backed up. And yeah. Then I'm gonna go make some dinner. It's been a long day. I had some leftovers for lunch, but I need some dinner. I'm cold. We need to warm up. I think even Yanko's cold, so appreciate you guys watching along. We're in a much better spot now. Like, much better spot. I'm very happy with that. So really the only thing left on this trailer is that one light, right? Yeah, that one light, and we're good. Mint. So I appreciate you guys watching along, liking, subscribing. I'm excited for the future, and all this stuff that we're putting together is for the future. So this is gonna make my life easier just to move. Plus it was a deal. I still got to send him a shirt. I told him I was gonna send him out a shirt, which if you guys haven't done so, duffyag.com. Yeah, go hit the merch store up. We'll see how much I got left when I go to move. But we're not that far away, so I'll see you guys on the next one. Have a good one.